Good morning, guys. So this is you hear the birds chirping? It's really beautiful. Like when you got really beautiful trees, and when the area is full of jungle trees, So what do you call that bird in Tigrinya? So you pull all these birds and beautiful creatures. So that area, my daughters used to climb and they cut it. So this area, I did take a lot of photo. My son, my son, when he was really little, like, I think he was maybe one years and a half or maybe 2 years old, and that's a football pitch. Okay, so this is near my place, and because I do have one good point, soldiering, my friend. Okay, soldiering in life is very important, because if you're a soldier, doesn't matter whether you are that person with a suit and tie working or in a multinational companies, big corporations, my friend, enterprises, maybe writer, okay, a doctor, a surgeon, a physician, a consultant, and you are a king, a president, a prince, a princess, queens, all of them, So that's soldier, my friend. Life soldiering. So soldiering is very important, and while I was researching our history in Eritrea and Ethiopia, and so the ancient Ethiopians, we, my friend, the Eritreans, okay, we are the ancient Ethiopians, people who used to live 120 years old. So they were very famous soldiers, very famous, really lightweight, because this is part of my research. And they travel long range, my friend, very light body. They shoot like a wind, my friend, like a wind, really fast. Soldiers always uh, always very fit. So they run, my friend, with their bows and arrows, my friend, with their weaponry, and if there are horses, war horses are working fine for their cavalry, good. But somehow, if they are in a mountainous area, like our area, in other area, closer to the sea, and you have to warm up and you have to climb all these top mountains, zigzag, kind of, all these ridges. You go up, down, and you go to your seashore, to kick and annihilate, crush the enemy. Okay, so that's what soldiering is, fitness, like what they got in these ancient Greeks, ancient pharaohs, so that's soldiering. And so when you read the history of our life history back from the ancient times, we have all these slave soldiers for Muhammad. Okay, so they were very well thought, highly regarded, highly respected soldiers. Okay, so these are Habesha soldiers, slaves, obviously, obviously he must have given them land, high privileges, high social class, acceptance, respect, and so that's why he called them Jabarti, Jabartani, people who empowered me. So these people, they enabled and empowered Muhammad to control all of Europe, my friend, all the way to Turkey, Italy, Spain, part of Spain, part of France, all these Andualis, all that kind of stuff, my friend. Okay, so these are people from our people. They changed it into Islam. Obviously, he scared the hell out of them with a sword, my friend. So they converted their religion. So he made them slave soldiers. Okay, not us, my friend. We kept our independence still, So that's Islam. That's these are people, the soldiers. They empowered Muhammad campaign all the way to Syria, Mesopotamia. I mean Iraq. Okay, Egypt, all these Mamluks, all these Abbasidi, all that kind of Islam kind of, conquers. So he conquered whole of Spain, Andalusia, and Corbora, what's those? Corbora, whatever, all this Seville, the whole of Spain, part of France, Italy, whole area. You go back to Asia, all the way to India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all these countries, So these were highly regarded soldiers that enabled and empowered him, okay? So I'm not just talking about something else, but I'm talking about soldiering, okay? Soldiering, the spirit of really very strong, steel spirit, my friend. Really, very hardy guy, hardy soldiers, my friend. So this is soldiering, and in life, you have to have that robust, really very strong personality, my friend. Perseverance. I mean, this soldiering thing is not just all this organized soldiering. I mean, you gotta have this individual kind of your own soldiering skills, in life. You got all the problems, like, problems with unemployment, with disease, hopelessness, my friend, all these pestilence, starvation, whatever it is. And the fact that, the technique of soldiering, always you have your self-confidence, you never give up, my friend, okay? That's what soldiering means. And I mean, this got a benefit and ups. I mean, good pro and cons, and it's something that we Eritreans have to take advantage of. Like, so you got all these soldiers of these Kambi soldiers, from Persia, from the Greeks, Petroman kind of things when they came from Greece to Egypt. So they built all their power base, and they had all these dynasties. Okay. So these are the Eritrean soldiers, my friend, the Ethiopian soldiers, as we were being called by the Europeans, by these ancient Greek Romans, and all the Romans, and the Arab, Muhammad, and all these Persians. Okay, so that's soldiering, my friend. To be honest, it's really very good. At the same time, it's very alarming. Okay, because you got all this spiritual bankruptcy, all this corruption, that the West are kind of penetrating in our lifestyle, our daily spiritual, the whole corruption of our systems. So that soldiering perseverance is fading away, my friend. And I think these Muslims, they are holding it so tightly, my friend, okay? So the Islam part of it, my friend, you see them all in the nomad area, in Sahel, Gashbarka, whole Eritrea, my friend, along the seashores. And these people are really fighters, my friend. And these are people who are not being corrupted by this Western, all this really spiritual bankruptcy, all the, they just bankrupting all our youth, our kids, my friend. All this homosexuality, all this really nasty, subhuman kind of thing, my friend, okay? So that soldiering thing that we had in the past, in the ancient times, is fading away. It's a threat, okay? Because we are under threat, my friend. I mean, this is something that we have to be very smart and, try to rectify and find out a solution, how we can tackle this. Otherwise, we're gonna be ending part of Islam of Arabia, and we're gonna be Jabatis, all of us, okay? So, I mean, these are people, like, they just converted their religion by the sword, my friend. Yes, actually, if you don't convert your religion, okay? So that's a threat, okay? So this is something we have to work so hard, my friend. I mean, this is part of my research I did for a long time, and, because I was always saying, like, what's special about these Ethiopians, about Eritreans, my friend? Ethiopia, my friend, Ethiopia, all these Europeans, they write about it passionately. People like Nelson Mandela, Ethiopian name had always been in his imagination. He sounds, my friend, okay? And, like, you see any literature, it's all about Ethiopia, my friend. These people, my friend, fighters, ancient fighters, still fighters, So we have to keep that image, and we have to equip our youth, empower them psychologically, spiritually, physically, educationally, in everything. So that soldiering, you know, technique is very important, for our kids. I mean, these are our kids who are going to take over our life and continue our name, our roots, our DNA, genius for the future. And they don't have to be corrupted. Otherwise, if they're corrupted, then that's it, my friend. That's the end of us. So this, because I see it from that angle, because I think Islam is a threat, my friend. I mean, all these soldiers, the best soldiers in the world are Ethiopians, Eritreans, my friend. We, alright? When you say Ethiopians, it's not the Ethiopians down south. We are Eritreans. We are the real Ethiopians, okay? So this soldiering technique, my friend, all our names, my friend, good names, powerful people, my friend, really unbreakable spirit, unshakable, my friend, who can sustain and persevere, from sex craving or everything, man. Everything from food, starvation, hunger, thirst, everything, So these are real fighters, my friend. Okay, so we have to keep that. And the thing is that the weakest part of Africans, black man, is, my friend, sex and women. That beautiful thing, that burger, that temptation, my friend. He fights so hard in everything. That beautiful thing, my friend, that burger, if he says, my friend, he's dead. He says, that's the problem, my brother. A problem, my friend, my brother. So that's the problem. The biggest weakness of a black man is woman temptation, my friend. It's really beautiful. You don't blame them, Obviously, you always find black man, African, always telling you, we're gonna beat the hell out of all these white supremacist colonizers. And one beautiful white woman got there, my friend, is dead. Temptation, that beautiful burger, not with the Eritreans, my friend, not with us, my friend. I tell ya, my friend, that's what makes us Eritreans, Ethiopians, really strong people, my friend. Always, shun off all this temptation, and we are still soldiers, my friend. You don't get here. We don't give them space here, my friend. We can live for 56 odd years without no woman. That's power, my friend. That's a strength, okay? And it doesn't mean that we don't want women, my friend. Women are really lovely creatures, my friend. We are born out of a man and a woman, But if the woman is used to subjugate and subdue you, his soldiering is dead, my friend, okay? So that's what makes us special. So this corruption, all these kind of our souls being sold out for evilness and for the devil and all these colonizers, and so when I say colonizers, the Europeans and the Chinese and the Arabs, so that soldiering, my friend, is fading away. It's really big threat, and it's something that we have to think what exactly it is that we are famous for. Soldiers, my friend, soldiers spiritually, our faith, our religious values, our dignity, our values in our farmlands, all our mountains and our seashores, everything, my friend. So if we're gonna keep that and keep going, our ancestors, our kids for the future, our offsprings, that soldiering, my friend, has to keep on going, rolling, So you got all these countries in the UK, you got all these Sandhurst Military Academy, and you go in America, their own Marine Corps, whatever they have, they got all these Europeans, my friend. But these are temporary. This thing for us has to be a permanent thing, my friend, something that has to be built within our educational system, with our daily life activities, and with our athletics, our running, cycling. I'm really proud of our cycling championship. mechanism in the system. I mean, this is something like, it's a lifelong thing. It's not something like you say, hey, come on, man, I'm a SAWA graduate. Like, I served for 2 years and like, hey, I shouldn't be president, my friend. This is for you, okay? For you, you are a husband, a dad, a man, a leader, okay? So that soldier that has to be built within you has to be forever, my friend. You are a leader, you are a teacher, you are a trainer, okay? So that soldiering tactic, the technique, the skills is gonna last you forever, okay? Whether in adversity, in in success, in happiness, in sadness, during illnesses, okay, during failure, during success, during losing your health, okay, during all adversities, sorrows, bereavement. So that soldiering thing is, my friend, it encompasses, it's everything. It encompasses every part of our life, and it's a lifelong, okay? You wake up early in the morning, my friend. You wash your face, you build and everything, my friend. You do your cooking. You feed the kids, if you got kids, and for yourself, and that's all good, my friend, okay? That's a routine, okay? You wake up early in the morning. I mean, if you are in a big cities, in a metropolitan areas like London, you wash up your face, my friend. Your hair, papa your fragrance, because you have to smell nice at office, my friend, with a beautiful woman, high heels in office, okay? Otherwise, if you appoint you, they're not gonna give you jobs, okay? So you do all you full, my friend. You are in office in London, in a Canary Wharf, all this East London, big cities. That's soldiering, my friend. You go with the suit and tie, my friend, walking so fast, you head up, professional guy. That's soldiering, my friend, okay? You do all your planning, prioritizing, your correspondence with your peers and your superiors and with your people that you delegate. That's soldiering, okay? With your health, my friend, in your daily activities, your football activities with your kids, running about, my friend, you train them how to run, everything, you footballing, everything, my friend. That's soldiering. So this soldier thing, it's not just necessarily a military thing, okay? It's something that you wire your system, you get it as an addiction, positive addiction, okay? It's not a thing. I mean, this is a system that you build within your whole system. So that soldiering thing that we have, we as Eritreans, that we are famous for, has to keep it on going. And my friend, we have to keep it. And this is a kind of like a systematic research that I've been doing, because I read about Dr. Baisa Ghebreyesus saying the Habesha soldiers were well thought, the most respected soldiers of Muhammad, and before that, all this Roman, Greek area, my friend. We are world famous being soldiers in the whole world, and there is no one who matches us, my friend. So add that to technology, our way of thinking, our pharmaceuticals, my friend, our policies, our sports center, and all this culture and sports department ministry, something like now we have to do deep analysis, root cause analysis, RCT, and we have to do a lot of research and input, and to cater and craft it the way that we can take it further to develop and empower our offsprings for the future, my friend. Who's going to take over our life? We're getting old, maybe, but our kids don't have to be corrupted like this Western societies, all these drugs, all their homosexualities, and all this corruption of the soul, and corruption of physically, corruption of faith, everything, my friend, okay? So this is something that we should ponder and cater and plan ahead and prepare for it, my friend. Not only necessarily prepare, we have to act, my friend. That's what I'm doing, okay? I've been training for so many years, my friend, 20 odd years, and still keeping going, my friend. Doesn't matter whether I get shaken all day because of all these titles that you go, all this propaganda from the West, everything. They always try to subdue you, my friend. I'm the man. I'm the man. Okay, so this is something that we should think of and do a lot of policy tweaks and uplift and empower, my friend. That's electronics, my friend. That's Ethiopians, my friend. The superhero light body, who run like a thunder, my friend. Boom! They go fast like a thunder, like a bullet. They call it now bullet, my friend. Like or it's Usain Bolt, like this Jamaican guy. We are more faster than that. Like we go all the mountains and everything. It's not just on the level field kind of plane. All the mountains, my friend, different ranges. Okay, so that's thunderbolt runner, light body people are really handsome and beautiful, like for our daughters. That's what Ethiopians. That's Eritreans means, my friend. Soldiers. Thank you guys. Like I'm just bluffing too much. It's not bluffing, but it's real. Okay, and you have a lovely day. And today is Saturday. I just wanna make your day, your morning, so that you just think and ponder about this for the future, for your kids, my friend. For your, for your spouse, for your brothers and sisters, for the whole our community, families, villages, towns, cities, and all our country as a people. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.